Hey, well, I'm home. I'm home in California. For the first time in, I think, 27 years, I'm not traveling to teach for the summer. It's a big thing for me to stay home all summer. I took my wife to the airport. I took Shamali to the airport a couple of days ago. She's on her way through Norway to Greece to do what we usually do together, is go be in Greece. And the reason I'm staying home this summer is books. Books. Somehow, I'm a coach, a radical brilliance coach, and somehow I've ended up with a whole bunch of coaching clients who are engaging me to help them finish their books. So I've got books going on everywhere. I'm working simultaneously on 6 books at the moment. 2 are my own books and 4 are for other people. So a topic that's really come up a lot that I thought might be helpful to you is, what about when nothing's flowing, People say, well, I get up in the morning and I sit in front of my computer and it's just not happening. It's just not flowing easily. And it's frustrating, and hours can go by and you go get another coffee and then you check your Facebook and it's just not flowing easily. So, what do you do with that? And it's actually something, I've written 9 books. By the end of this year, it'll be 11. And if there's a lot of things I don't do very well, but writing books, I feel I've got it down. I know how to churn out a pretty decent book with fairly minimal stress and inconvenience. So I'm going to share with you a few little tricks that really make this much easier. The first thing is, if you're going to work on the material for the book, is really just commit to 5 minutes. That's a cardinal rule. Like, okay, I'm going to work on my book now for 5 minutes. And you think, oh no, if I just commit to 5 minutes, it's going to take like 5 years to finish it. Don't worry. Commit to 5 minutes so that if you do 5 minutes, check, done, good job. If you happen to go over and it flows over into 30 or minutes or an hour, all the better, but commit to 5 minutes. Another thing that really helps to get things flowing is, I would say a primary thing, is let go of the idea of using a keyboard. Now, it's most convenient because if you type on the keyboard, well, then you've got these words saved on your computer. You don't have to do anything else with them. But what I've noticed is typing on a keyboard, it just shuts down my mojo. It's like, I don't know, it's like trying to have a date in the income tax office or something. It's just not the right location, So typing on the keyboard doesn't do it for me. For me, my favorite way of generating amazing new content is to have a little microphone that I clip onto my shirt. It's made by Sony, and it plugs into a little mini recorder that I have in my pocket. If I go walking, so I'm actually breathing deeply and I'm walking fast, it flows much more easily. And if it doesn't flow so well, I just walk faster, right? Walk faster, more flow. The other thing that's really helpful is to get your creative flow happening early in the morning. Now, this morning, I was awake before 5. I spent about an hour sitting, just waiting for Grace, and Grace showed up. And then actually I had a friend came over and we did Qigong for another more than an hour. And I did a few other things, and then I went into flow. If you can prime the pump like that, if you're writing a book, if you can do all the practices to become spacious and free, for time to disappear, for there to be easiness, and then hit it with 5 minutes, that's the way you'll really get great results. I would not recommend trying to type on a keyboard in the middle of the day. It's just asking for trouble. The other thing that I've kind of touched on already with walking is to get into a very highly energized state. So I'm going to give you a few examples of this. Going for a fast walk is good, and if it's not flowing freely enough, just walk faster. Jumping on a trampoline is great. I found I've got this thing I like to do. I hope this isn't going to mess too much with the little hidden microphone I'm wearing, but you can do something like this. You can just bounce up and down and breathe deeply, or you can do the breath of fire, like, or even better is make love. If you want to get some good mojo flowing for your novel or your great book that's going to save the world, go make love. But if you're a man, don't ejaculate, right? You just make love to the point that you're really aroused, and you say, okay, thank you very much. Thank you for this wonderful experience. And then you rush to the pen and paper or the recorder, and you'll find there's incredible flow going. The more that you raise your energy, the more you've got heightened energy, which also in a funny way, more energy also means more light. That's why I use the word brilliance. Brilliance means emanating light. The more energy you've got going through your body, the more light there is, and the more that light can be transferred into something beautiful and inspiring and creative. Hey, thanks for listening today. And pretty soon, I think, I'm working with a small number of people on their books, but it's going so well, I think I'm going to actually do a little class for somewhere around 20 people, and we'll work together on our books together over a 3-month period. I hope that might be interesting for some people. See you soon.